Your hair loss daddy is in the house. I am your manly mentor. That is true. That is a fact. It's been proven in the scientific community that I am your hair loss daddy and your manly mentor. We've got some work to do. I received a comment on a video I made a while back, and this is one of those underrated videos. More people should look this up and watch this because I think it's one of my better videos personally. It's called Receding Hairline, Photos from age 19 to 26. From what I recall about making the video, I literally just put the camera in front of like my photos from like MySpace and from long ago and Facebook, and I show you the progression of my hairline. So someone named Jurgen Schmergen, which I love that name, had this to say, quote, "This video has eased my worries as I have noticed recession as I turn 25 years old, still pretty much a Norwood 1 though, and I had no idea how fast it progresses. Although my maternal grandfather said he started shaving his head in his 40s, and my dad has a full head of hair at age 52, hopefully I will not go much beyond a Norwood 3, end quote. So let's put this in perspective. You're saying you're about a Norwood 1 at age 25. Let's check that out. All right, so, and granted, this is not a perfect theory. Typically, men who are European descent and Middle Eastern descent are going to often be who this applies to, but then there's always exceptions to the rule. So, if, for example, if you're a man of African descent, you may actually be in a situation where you don't have the typical receding hairline, but yours starts kind of balding right here on top instead of the back, and it's almost like an egg that cracked in your head and starts going. I've seen that to be common. It depends. So this is a very general rule here, but as far as Norwood 1, this is going to, you're going to see the temples coming back some like that. But when you look at a man who has a Norwood 1, looking at him straight this way, you're going to see what is a straight across hairline. It's not until he's turned sideways that you can see it starts to go back a little bit, but ultimately, as long as you got straight across, then there you go. And you know, there's no mention of thinning, hair thinning in this video. So at age 25, if you're Norwood 1, so far everything's in your favor. Now to put it in perspective, and if you've seen that video where I show my hairline from age 19 to 26, what you will notice, and you know, for me at age 17, I made a video specifically showing a video of me when I was 17. That exists on this channel, and you can see I definitely had receding temples at age 17. And then by the time 19, 20 kicked in, I remember my hairline went up enough here to where like I had longer hair, but if it was like pushed over to the side, it would come up pretty high here. And I thought, that's weird. My hairline is fine, but except for on the corners. Well, by the time I was 24 and moved to Nashville, I remember my hair was a little bit shorter, probably about like it is now. And I remember like we had MySpace back then. So I remember like taking a picture, you know, holding the camera like this and like looking to the side while like wearing these glasses like I do for a lot of my videos. And I had these sunglasses and it was like to the side like this. And I was, you know, doing something silly like that. And I turned it in black and white. And I was 24 and I remember being able to look there and think, okay, I've kind of got a V situation going on. But I was 24. Here I am at 38 and this is where I am now. So what we can't really know is the speed of how soon you might go bald. Because I think a lot of guys, because arguably I was closer to it, even in Norwood 2 at age 24. So in theory, I had more of a receding hairline than this guy does now, but I've still got this much. So I think it is interesting to look at all these pictures. Ultimately, I still believe if we're going to look at pictures, the picture you need to look at is the one of yourself at age 1, which is often a projection of you at age 35. And of course, I have all my other hair loss rules too. If you don't know what they are, keep watching more videos and I'll explain them to you. But here's where I'm at. And look what I had to do for you to even see that. For me to lift my head down like this, that's what it takes for you to see more of that V. But, you know, and arguably I'm somewhere around in Norwood 2.5, but then my hair is thinner on top, but it's not the same as diffuse thinning. So like I've made a video recently, I think my hair is pretty typical for a guy who's 38 years old. I think this is about what you'd expect. This isn't, quote, a perfect head of hair. And can you imagine by the time you're 38, like, you're actually going to care about that anyway? If you do, then that's the big problem. And I always point out, the real agenda in making these hair loss videos is to convince you that hair loss doesn't matter. I'm there, and a lot of my new viewers don't get that. They think, oh, this is really a 38-year-old guy who cares about hair loss, and he's trying to stop it. No, he's not. He doesn't care about his hair loss, but he understands that it's an obsession with the younger guys. Not so much that they actually are going bald, but they fear that they will go bald. And the fear of going bald is more of a threat than anything. But that's that's what I need to make a video about that. The REM song about what's the frequency, Kenneth. Okay, I'll go ahead and make that video next. Your comments belong right here.